Welcome back to the channel. It's reactions, rants, and rabbit holes, and it appears this is just the kind of album this channel started to find. I started the channel to find this kind of content. Hey, here we are. Oddly enough, in my comments, and they're just giving me a hard time. But they're like, I don't think you understand quantum entanglement. And no, I tend to admit that I don't know nothing. But I do believe, and I think this is shared with some quantum theorists, that at the quantum level, the vibrational strings, interact. It's like when the proton or neutron, whatever, when it phases out, when we have a single atom contained and it phases out and phases back in, where does it go? That kind of, it's, I think, and all opinions for entertainment purposes only, right? It's on that string theory, multiverse, not even saying those theories are real. But when you tell people that you visualized, manifested, or created it out of thin air, you use the word magic, you use the word prayers, everybody picks a tribal position and goes apeshit unless they agree. So I dick around and say, oh, quantum, because sometimes you'll pick a reaction. I think it's kind of matrixy. I think it's a flaw in the programming. And then out of the blue, I'll grab something random, but there'll be content. Now there is the whole parallel thought. So if you're into a certain thing, you're going to expect certain narratives within, all of your desired entertainment. Okay. But long and short of this is, I think things are connected at a level so small, at the Planck level. What's that? P-L-A-N-K. The subatomic, smallest of the small. That's where your black holes are. That's where your doors to other realities are. That's where the quantum entanglement takes place. Your New Agers like to flap their butterfly wings, right? And change the weather on the other side of the planet. I like to believe sometimes things are coincidentally connected and they just ain't coincidences. So, hopefully, this is going to start an adventure right here. We've got Never Sleep Again, Part 2. Odd TV. Or O.D.D TV. I'm not sure. That's not the part I know. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the substance of the tunes themselves. You are a battery. Hunter. Do not become a battery. Do not become a slave to the programming.
O.D.D TV.
See? O.D.D. I think I learned that last time. Wait, before we get anywhere.
Most people go through
the album cover, it says, keep your eyes wide, pay attention and listen, speak out. I gotta say, the channel, to its own demise, agrees with that 100%. I was trying to give tribute to the passing of the Pogue singer, and did this reaction, and the Dubliners come on with the song Dubliner, talking about Dublin and about crime and this and that. I'm like, wow, not much has changed. It was just crazy, because you should always keep your eyes on what's going on. Try to learn part of it that's factual and then tell people about it. So I really agree with that.
Through life oblivious to all the deception that's going on around us at all times. Some people wake up to this nightmare and see that from the moment that we are born, the establishment begins programming us and molding our minds for their own benefit. Our educational system is just a way to brainwash us all into being occupational debt slaves, content with barely getting by on crumbs and being robbed under the guise of taxation.
Sugar. I'm gonna have to do something about this, cause that's just not gonna. It's not gonna work. And he likes like wrecking stuff. I don't know what it is, but I can't even put the deer tiara up there. Cause here, you guys want to see an experiment? Hold on. I don't know what that looked like, me getting up. But so the deer tiara from Dimash, right? We're going to go back because I'm, I smoked weed through my indoctrination process. I needed to go to prison to finally see the light that I was being caged literally at all times. And the cat really distracted me. Our goal, he's already back. I've been told he's not allowed to ask for food anymore, which, is cruel. And with some of the stuff we're going to hear here, it feels bad, but he's already getting chubby. And it turns out they will eat themselves straight to death. So, you got to do what you got to do. My prediction is by the time we're done, he will knock that down.
Life oblivious to all the deception that's going on around us at all times. Some people wake up to this nightmare and see that from the moment that we are born, the establishment begins programming us and molding our minds for their own benefit. Our educational system is just a way to brainwash us all into being occupational debt slaves, content with barely getting by on crumbs and being robbed under the guise of taxation. We're lied to about our origins and we're kept away from our true history. History is constantly being rewritten in order to keep this false reality in operation. Our food and water is being poisoned so we can get sick and go to our medical system for treatment when, in fact, all they do is poison us even more.
Oh, yeah, if they could cure diseases, they would. They don't want to. And then I'm pretty sure Derna there, we watched some TV in our house, and I noticed that the pharmacon industry really got a lot of money. R&D must be doing well, or needs a lot of income, because they just pump the commercials out there. And I honestly thought some good content would be a big group of people wide awake reading the side effects. So instead of embracing the lifestyle advertising, which says, hey, you're going to be all better and normal, skip all that and read that list of fucking how it's going to screw you over even worse than you're already at. And then what? It's just a crapshoot if you're okay? But hey, as long as you can pay to play, they'll keep pumping you full of something.
With their prescription pills and put us further in debt with outrageous medical bills. Vaccines are touted as something good that's meant to help us when they're actually meant to destroy our bodies and our brains.
To be fair, when was this made? When was this? They have 4 years ago. So, yeah, that's hitting the litigation has come forward. I mean, they've actually created, and deservingly so, a lot more hesitancy with this subject matter here. If I don't say the word, it helps. But, yeah. And I don't advocate against it at all. I'm not either way. I just think Pharmacon's a bunch of soul-sucking, pedo-depopulationists. Sort of like BlackRock. They're all the same. I'm pretty sure they're just evil that run the world.
Being contaminated with chemtrails that are ultimately ruining our soil, making it harder to grow food with real nutritional value. Not to mention, we are getting to a point where no food shall be grown that Monsanto doesn't own. This world is ran by Satan-worshipping psychopaths, elite pedophiles that keep the masses distracted with bread and circus sporting events and Hollywood movies that are littered with propaganda that has the ability to manufacture your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
Mankind is under severe mind control, and while our attention is being diverted, we are being led directly into one world order, where everything we know will be controlled by a single entity.
Yeah,
that is the worst thing that can...
Just straight out come out and say it now. So, I mean, there's so many, like I said, they're pedo depopulationists. They think that they can control the whole world until they got you plugged in, and then they can run you like, so you don't get to run your flesh robot, they run your flesh robot. Because what they've done is that WEF guy or the world whatever dickwad who tells you don't have free will, and then their goal is to prove it to you. People better exercise free will before the assholes who say they're going to take it from you make an attempt at that. Because if you're paying attention within two and a half minutes here, yeah, that shit's all true. And most of it is imposed by our willingness to choose that it's okay.
We know will be controlled by...
We opened up with the Matrix. Too many motherfuckers want to keep eating the steak, oblivious to everything around them. I want to know what's going around me and then eat the good steak that was well prepared, taken care of, lived a good life, and then we maybe actually turned every bit of it into usable products. Cutting down the waste to almost minimum, realizing that, you know, as you and I both take a dump probably once a day, everything creates waste. So I mean, you're fucked there. You're gonna get some shit in this world, trust me.
Into one world order, where everything we know will be controlled by a single entity. That is the worst thing that can possibly happen to humanity. And it's very difficult to continue living a normal life when you're aware of all these things while simultaneously living among hordes of other people that don't have the slightest idea of what's going on. But once you wake up and see this world for what it is, it's impossible to go back. Since that's the case, it's crucial that you never let your guard down. Never stop researching, learning, and thinking.
All right, for Mike D. Remember how every now and then you're like, just ignore the lyrics. I can't. Because, see, that's where the substance is, right? And every now and then you see it. Other people see it. You realize that what they've done is they've layered in the deceit. It's like lifestyle advertising. Helps you make, not you personally, but you know, it helps us make decisions that go against our own best interest. Because don't people ever wonder about that? Like, why do we keep making decisions that screw us? Oh. The power of advertising and mind control. It's unbelievable how they could demonize a whole group when we know what they're doing. And the people who point out the island are the bad people. And the ones going to it, you keep voting them into office.
Never let your guard down. Never stop researching, learning, and thinking for yourself.
Yes.
Never stop standing up for what's right and speaking out. And, most importantly, never sleep again.
Well, now I get the title. Very cool.
Twilight Zone. We're living in the Twilight Zone. We're living in the Twilight Zone.
It's funny. used to have it.
These
really
crazy
good.
days that we live in just cause me aches and pains. Lately my life is like a season of Stranger Things. This place is flooded with demons and they invade your brains. This is an artificial hell and they create the flames. Day to day I just try to stay strong and make it through. Wake people up from their slumber, that's what I came to do. Please don't believe what you see on TV and think it's true. It's all just targeted programming and it's aimed at you. It's everywhere, you're getting lied to and yet you barely care. People with common sense are now very rare. But the way that they brainwash you isn't very fair. They can shove that mind control programming up their derriere. I do not consent to the way they tailor society. Ain't no variety. Plus I really hate when they lie to me. I use music as a tool to release the anger inside of me. You don't know how fucking crazy it's driving me. That we're living in the Twilight Zone. They claim you have freedom but they don't honor it. The world is a prison and you're the occupant. We're living in the Twilight Zone. The government's useless and they're incompetent. And satanic pedophiles are prominent. We're living in the Twilight Zone. The things that you believe are the total opposite. And being called crazy is just a compliment. We're living
I don't know. I know you can't see it, but the Duckies are really happy right now. They are. What's that? Yeah, no, I know that's your stuff. This is straight their shit. This is right. This is straight right up our alley. Because, you know, I side with the Duckies. I side with strapping on the hat. Hey, I watched Building 7 fall. I didn't need anything more. That was it. I watched that shit come down, and then they said what they said. They still say what they say. They're fucking lying to you right now till today. It's a cornerstone of their failure. I mean, you know, we know all the false flags are real. We know all kinds of stuff. But come on. They dropped that building into its own basement and then just said, fuck off, don't look.
in the Twilight Zone. It's ran by the New World Order conglomerate, but there's a storm coming.
Yeah. We had to pull all the loss of life. We told them to pull it. Told them to pull it. My insurance policy paid fucking quadruple. Pull it. All that paperwork. We're going to digital anyways. All that paperwork that can prove shit. Pull it. I had to go get a smoke.